sprung along nicely, but that's not what this video is about. The Octember fail of the broken hose spigot is fixed. It's not pretty, but we had to make it work. That's what I'm left with. A new hose spigot and blocks of wood behind it. The wood is there, so I can put this manifold back on there without this being in the way, although I don't know how much of that is actually going to work, but that's what we did. It works now. Squeaky, that's good. And that draining of it like that is normal because it's a frost-free type. You know, I'm a stickler about that's higher than that, that's crooked, that's straight, but it is what it is. The reason I couldn't unscrew the old one, which is right here, is because these can hook up in two ways. They can be screwed in or sweated in, soldered. And this was soldered in. So there was no way it was going to unscrew. They did it totally wrong to begin with, and that's what we're left with. So, you know, I'll take this apart and see what failed. I bought two different sizes. You can see this one is longer than that. They're having a party next door. That's a 10-inch, this is a 12-inch, so they used the 12. And I told them that I wanted it bumped out. So we'll see how well that goes when I go to put that on, so I don't have to use the goofy little 45 adapter that broke once before. And hopefully that'll help, and then I can get rid of that hose as well. So that'll be good. As far as this goes, yeah, let's try to take it apart. Alright, here's all the pieces out. I don't like the dendrites in there, but that's actually how it's cast. You can see right through now. This piece screws on, then has an O-ring on it. Then there's this piece, which was up in this end, and this piece, which screwed onto that right there like that. And then this tube, this is where the handle goes, right here. It goes on that and turns the actual valve here on and off. Now there's this seal here, which is very black rubbery bad, and a couple of O-rings there, but it's also bent. I don't know what to make of that. Now that was there, of course, but how this failed, I don't know. You're theoretically supposed to be able to buy this piece if you can find the same brand. Neighbor did not recognize this brand. I need two hands to get that open. No, I got it. Here we go. This already fell apart. It's supposed to unscrew. Hello? There it goes. That's broken. So yeah, it was bad. Yeah. So that kind of makes sense why it didn't work. Up. Okay. So that's garbage. Here is the existing pipe, and now we have a shutoff valve, like there should have been to begin with. Isn't that pretty? That's how it should have been from the get-go. There should have been a damn valve anyway. So now there's one, and you will notice that none of these fittings are soldered. And it's because he said, I don't really solder anymore. I use these fittings called ProPress, I think he called them. And he has a special crimping tool that's got like jaws of life on it, and they go, and it makes a watertight fitting. So he told me, shut the water off. He cut the pipe. He put the valve on and shut the valve off and went, and said, okay, turn it back on. That was it. It was off for no time at all. And there is now a fitting there that is screwed in. So in the event that it needs to be, there's a lot of cobwebs there, geez. In the event it needs to be changed, again, it can be spun out and replaced with another Home Depot special. Wonderful. The gray conduit that's here runs back to the circuit panel. I think that is for allegedly a shed that they were going to put in, the previous owners, and that never happened. And that's kind of what that is. But now I got a shutoff valve, and I got all these connections, and everything is good and watertight. No leaks. Perfect. All done. The outside wood was, we had trouble with that, to say the least, but it got done. And it can always be, new wood can be put there if I'm really anal about it. He had a Sawzall and his pliers. He's not a carpenter, he's a plumber, so, you know, you have limited use of other trades. Anyway, that was it. And it's finally resolved, and I have water once again in the backyard. He actually told me he did not have a spigot in the back of his house, so that was one of the first things he did. I guess that would make sense because it's kind of a cookie cutter house, and being that this was a frost-free, it certainly was not original to the house. So chances are very good that was added on at one point or another as well. And as I figured, he refused to take any money from me. I said, it's, you know, I got to pay you something. So he said, all right, give me money for the fittings. So he said 40. So I said, okay, here's 50. And we called it even. That's it. All fixed. All done. Thank fuck. Oh, I'm so glad it's all over with. One less thing to worry about. Anyway, that's going to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you click like. Make sure you click subscribe. I appreciate your watching. And take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.